Reality is the only word in the language that should always be used in quotes. It's one of my favorite things whenever I run up against interesting situations. And the interesting situation right now is that Helldivers 2, a game that I'm not great at, has run into a little bit of controversy. And the controversy is the account linking with Steam. Now, a lot of people don't understand that there's a large population of the gamer community, maybe disproportionately older people like myself, who were the first people playing Deathmatch with Doom 2, that are against this. Maybe it's because when we were young and we had PlayStations, we got fed up with them, and then we had kids and we had to get Xboxes and PlayStations, and we were fed up, and we're fed up with the PlayStation Network. We're fed up with the Microsoft Network. We don't want to link our accounts, and I'm going to make this short, but there's some reasons why I think there's valid, and they go beyond the fact that Sony's security is not the greatest, because quite frankly, the internet is just full of holes. But so I'm in an interesting situation. Let's start with Star Wars games, right? So a lot of Star Wars games are on the EA network, and you can buy them through Steam, sometimes cheaper. I don't do that at all. I don't buy EA games. I accidentally bought an EA game thinking I'd be able to play it on Steam, and when it asked me to link my account, I immediately returned it. There's no point. No offense. But people don't want, if I don't own a PlayStation, there should be no reason why I have a PlayStation. All that I'm doing is I'm giving Sony all my gaming information from Steam, and I don't want to do that. I don't want them to be able, and this is partially Steam's fault for allowing this nonsense in the first place with linking your games. So I'm gonna give you a real quick story. It's a true story. I have friends that they play. There were 4 of them. I knew all 4 of them. They were. Well, only 3 of them were playing. They were playing a cross-play game. They got a, I don't know if it was a PlayStation or if it was an Xbox. I can't remember. But they were carrying the guy. I'm not arguing that PlayStation players are not as good at first-person shooters as PC, but they were carrying the PlayStation guy, and they were trying to give him tips, but then they were trying to tell him where to go, what to do, what was expected to catch up, things like that. And the PlayStation guy, all of a sudden, I'm going to call him a PlayStation guy, but the console player all of a sudden got really belligerent. So they got just as belligerent back. I'm not saying anyone is a saint in this situation, but all 3 of those guys got their game suspended for 30 days. And they were pissed. And they never played that game again. So yeah, they even say that, they're doing this to protect their PlayStation community. Then don't have crossplay. Don't have it. Get rid of crossplay. If you don't have a PSN account and you're on the PC, don't allow crossplay. That's one simple solution. There's so many simple solutions to this. I'm not going to set up a PlayStation Network account, and I'm not going to reactivate one of my 3, because I had 2 kids. So each one of those kids, right, had a PlayStation account, and then my account. I'm not activating that. I'm not creating a new PlayStation account. It's just not happening. I'll play the game. But when the PSN ID comes in, yeah, I'm going to immediately ask for a refund. Now, you look at the reviews, and you're looking at roughly, as I'm saying this, you're looking at roughly 1/4 of the Helldivers community that are against this. And that 1/4, I'm not looking at the numbers, I'm just making stuff up. But if 50% of the people are PlayStation players and 50% of the people are PC players, then you know damn well that half your PC community is pissed. And they don't want to do this. They don't want to link PlayStation. Everyone that I know has turned off crossplay. Helldivers is actually interesting because I haven't heard a lot of chatter about people in the PC community pissed off at the PlayStation players or anything like this. Not like previous games. So I actually have like 2 people that randos from the internet that are on my friends list that are PlayStation guys. They play on a PlayStation and I don't care, right? But people don't want to do this. And right now I expect that the sales will be completely slowed until this is resolved. And this is something that it's Steam's fault for allowing this cross-link in the first place, because nobody is scrolling halfway down the page to look at this game to see if it requires a third party and login if it's the hottest game. I sure didn't. Now, I've got a history with returning games that require third-party logins. So I actually do scroll down. Here's the interesting and funny bit. I was in Cambodia when I bought this game. I bought this game from a Cambodian IP, and I swear to God that when I scrolled down, I didn't see anything about PlayStation Network requirements. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was there, but I didn't see it, and I bought the game, and I played, and I didn't think anything about it. But if PlayStation really wants to create a nice safe space for their users where they can control and ban and kick people, then just have your PlayStation servers. Don't do crossplay. It's not even worth it. The game is big enough that you don't need this. Sony doesn't need the PC community who doesn't want a PlayStation to come in and pump up their PlayStation Network numbers, start handing over basic meta information about Steam games, and maybe even your friends list, right? And Arrowhead is at fault for this because they signed up for this stuff and they didn't immediately say, okay, we're going to push back on Sony and see what we can do to drop this requirement. That's what they should have done. And now they're just screwing around. I heard a rumor that, Sony's idea is to anyone who creates a PlayStation Network account will get a reward, meaning like a gun in game or an outfit in game and you know what? It's not enough, dude. It's just, that's so ridiculous. It's actually fairly insulting to me. I'm not mad. I'm just not going to get a PlayStation Network account. I don't know how many people are with me, right? I will get into my Discord with my friends and we will play a different game. It's just that simple, right? And I've been around first-person shooters since Doom. I've been network playing since Doom 2. Go look it up on the Wikipedia when that year started. I guarantee you that people don't want this, right? That's all I've got to say. There's plenty of games out there to play. I thought Tarkov was going to be with this 250. I own Edge of Darkness, right? I thought Tarkov was the biggest scandal, right? But this is really turned into the biggest, I think, in the gaming community in quite a long time. I don't think anybody's listening to the gamers. So yeah, good job there, Steam and PlayStation and Arrowhead Games. Good job for not listening to the PC gamers. So you theoretically you could lose 1/4 of your audience, which let this be if Sony was halfway intelligent, they would have figured out by now, and including EA Games and Microsoft Network, any of them that want this third party through Steam, this is hurting your game sales. There are at least 3 games out there in the last year that I've returned because it required linking with my Steam account. I don't have a Steam account so that I can link with everybody's account around the internet. I've been on the internet since AOL. So I have more accounts and more passwords than any average normie out there, right? And I don't want another one. And I'm done with PlayStation. I'm done with Xbox. I don't even play Minecraft anymore because of the MSN network just became too much of a hassle, too chatty, too this, too that. I don't care anymore. I just want to jump into a game and I just want to play. I don't want to worry about some corporate safe space where they can just send in. This is so that they can just send an electronic transaction to remove you from the game. Quickly. Say the wrong word in the game. Be accused of griefing in the game. Team killing, whatever. Yeah. So we don't want that. I don't want that. I come from Rust, right? I played Rust for years and years. I've got thousands of hours on Rust, arguably the most toxic game on the internet. Why would I want to join your PlayStation Network safe space? This could all be easily solved if any 3 parties really cared about the PC gamer community. This would have been fixed. Steam would get rid of their third-party login and their access to third-party corporations to ban their users, right? Sony could just realize that people don't want to pump up PlayStation Network numbers and hand over their data. And what's more, Arrowhead's Discord, as kind of a final, middle finger to me, was you now need to give them your phone number in order to type anything in their Discord. Now, Discord already knows my phone number. Discord knows my phone intimately because I use it to log in sometimes. So it's not like I'm not some form of verified user on Discord along with 90% of other Discord users. But now they want my phone number to... Why? Why do you need that? Why do they need everything is the question. You already got a ton of... The moment I bought the game, you already got a ton of meta information about me, Arrowhead. And you shared that with PlayStation already. Why do you need more? Why do you need that hook in to see me in the future? Why do you need my information so that PlayStation can direct market or indirect market or sell my data to third party? Yeah. So nobody wants this. On the PC side, none of the hardcore gamers understand why this is necessary whatsoever. You're going to bribe us with what? An in-game item? Arrowhead's response, the CEO's response. Okay. When I say this as a software developer that had 25 years of experience in my career for corporate America. That CEO had all the power. I don't care what he says. You could break the contract with Sony and let the hell rain down. It's just a damn shame. I really, really liked the game. I'd hate to ask for a refund when